Hello, this is Deana from Deana's Creative Studio. I am going to use a Creative Memories paper pack and this page in particular, and then I'm going to punch out some flowers to create a border at the top, and I'm just going to stamp the title. This is a title page for my album. So this is my second album in this series. It's D&J's, or Adventures of D&J, which is Adventures of, or J and D. Anyway, Jefferson and Deana. I think it's Adventures of J and D. But it doesn't have to be too exciting. It doesn't have to have a picture on it. I just want it to say what it's about. And so I've got this paper I'm going to use to make flowers with. This is the, I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's like a, excuse me, a themed paper pack. I think I'm going to use some of the dark blue to punch flowers. This is just craft paper that I used. Craft colored scrapbook paper, that is. And I'll use this side, but I think I'm also going to use that side because that would make some interesting flowers. And then there's this red in here. So, so I've got this red. So that's what I'm going to use out of there. And I'm not going to use a bunch of each of the colors. Just, and I've not done this before, but I'm just going to use these colors here. I'm going to use a pink to make flowers that kind of match. And then this, I can use the light blue, or I can use the flowered blue, and I think I like the flowered, just something different. So I have this Creative Memories punch here. I will find the name of it and post it in the comments of the video. And I'm currently looking to see if I have any other punches I can use. So how are you doing today? Did you have a good weekend? Are you doing anything crafty? And I just remembered I had another punch I can use. Apologize. Use this one here. I don't know. Not quite sure what it looks like, and I don't know if it needs to be primed first. So, meaning some of the punches have a little bit of oil in them, and so when you punch it out, you'll have little bits of oil around the outside. I don't want that on in my scrapbook. So I'm just going to punch a few times just to get the oil out. It's just to keep it lubricated, and we'll throw the little bits away. All right, so what I'm going to do, I have these. I'll keep that other paper matches. Well, not really. It does match, but I'm going to use the colored. So I'm going to make a few punches with these. Probably just a couple from each paper. And I'm curious as to what you are scrapbooking, what craftiness you are doing. You do 3 of each color. Give me a good pile to coordinate. And then I'm going to do a few of these. Probably only 2 of these with each color. Just something a little extra decorative there. And that paper aside. I can always go back and punch more if I need more, but I want to really fill it up with flowers. Those two there. This is called punch poop, guys. Punch poop. My little wastebasket here is one of those mesh ones, so it's got holes on the side. So I have to be really careful when I go to empty it, because if I'm not careful, I end up with punch poop falling through the cracks of the wastebasket, and then oh, I kind of like that side too. It's yeah, it's a lot of fun. I end up with a mess on the floor. At least that's what happened the other day. It was great. Like I said, I could always go back and punch more. And this is something new I haven't done. I haven't seen it done. I'm totally making this up as I go along. However, I tend to be a little crafty, so I think we can make something cute out of it. And if I like it but decide I don't like it on this paper, I can always just cut it out and use it on the border as another page. Let's see. This is a flower. I use three different papers to make it. I can do another one red with that and a blue dot, or you can make them just with the same colors. But then you can't see the difference in them. So I'm gonna you can make them with different shades of the same color, different shades of red, different shades of blue. Like I do this blue in here. This is another blue. That looks really cute. And okay. What I'm gonna do to give them definition, I'm going to not kind of roll up the edges. It'll be easier to do with the paper on the flowers. Just ever so slightly. It's just to give the flowers a little bit of definition. You see how it lays off the paper there. So I think I'm going to use a different color there. Use this pink. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Roll up the edges. Just very gently. See, it's a little different. And then I'm going to take my Repositionable Taperunner, put it on the back here. Over time, that does stay. It just makes it for a little bit. I can pull it off and put it back on if I need to. And then I need a dot. I'm going to take this. It's from the red paper, but it ends up being on the back. There's a little bit of red. And put that on there. But this little dot, I might, curious, it's a little too big. So I'm gonna trim one of my foam squares, and actually, you know what? I take that back. I have round ones. These are Creative Memories. You can probably get round ones from other companies. They don't currently carry these round ones. They were brought out as a one-time thing. I wish they would bring them back because sometimes you need a round one like right now. But because now I don't have to trim anything. Let's see how this looks. Can't decide if I like that or not with the foam on it. Now, this flower I like quite a bit with what I did. I wonder if I would like it if I did this. Flip it over and use the decorative paper on the back. And I actually rather like that. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to curl up the edges. Just a little bit. And then I've got this flower in the middle. This flower, the one in the middle, I've got the curled up edges. I think I'm going to use the foam for this one. But then I'll put this on with just repositionable tape. You can't get the repo tape to stick. You can always do this. And it's got tape on there. And then this is delicate. These are little bitty pieces with my chubby fingers. Makes it challenging though. All right. That dot's a little big, so we're going to use a smaller one. A lot of different companies have the foam tape, either squares or circles, and I do have some that's not CM that I had before I started really using Creative Memories. That would be just as good. But it adds a little dimension, and the edges pulled up adds some dimension. So I'm going to make a whole bunch of these flowers. I might just use it. You know why? Done is better than perfect. It's a saying scrapbooking buddies of mine have, and I think it's gonna be fine. It'll be fine. So what I have, I'm going to use stamps and pigment ink. like my video, please like and subscribe. I hope I can, that I've helped you learn a new technique, something that I never tried before. Take it, perfect it, make it better, and share it with me. I'd love to see what you do with that and what you do with your scrapbooking and all things artsy crafty. All right, thank you. You have a wonderful day.